All right, ready to do the fireplace. So first we need to recognize where the fireplace is centered. So from the edge is 8 feet 4. So what we like to do is just take this one, offset 8 feet 4, 8 feet 4 inches. All right, so we essentially would like to offset 8 feet 4. That's our center. I'm going to just enlarge it just a little bit more so it's very clear. If you want, you can pull it out a little bit more. Now, then we recognize that it's essentially 1 foot 3 on either side. The opening is 1 foot 3 on either side. So I'm going to take this one, offset 1 foot 3, 1 foot 3 inches. I'm going to go to this side and that side. And then I'm going to trim this line against that edge. So I'm going to, for now, quickly break this line. So what I like to do is break it and trim it against here. Trim it against here. There it is. All right. Now, what I like to do is turn off the line hierarchy for a second. And I'm working with annotate, detail line. I'm working with that thick line because I'm actually cutting through the fireplace. So I go from here 4 inches over. So you type in 4 inches, 4, and you put in inches, and it just draws 4 inches for you. If you like, you can actually see the line hierarchy, so it makes it a little bit easier for you to see that. Copy from that junction. Place it over here. You could also make it symmetrical. Let's learn how to do symmetrical. So I pick the item, symmetrical mirror against an axis, and it'll do it for me. So I click and then there it goes. All right. Now I want to offset 7.5 inches on either side because it says so here. So 7.5 inches on either side. I'm going to offset this 7.5 inches, 7.5 inches to either side, this side and that side. And then I'm going to go back and recognize that from here to here was 4. I've done it. And then it's 1 foot 4, right? So I'm going to go back here 1 foot 4. I'm going to offset this line. Offset 1 foot 4, 1 foot 4. Here it is. Now I'm just simply going to connect the dots. So annotate, detail line from here to here, here to here. All right. Now thickness of my wall past this point is 8 inches. So I'm going to offset 8 inches. And I'm going to draw my line from here. I don't know how far. I know I'm going to chamfer this. All right, there we go. And I might as well draw this line. Finish this one. The thickness of the back of the fireplace, as it says over here, is 8 inches. So I'm going to pick my line, offset 8 inches, which is this, chamfer this, and that. And then what I'm going to do is mirror that line against the center line. Here it is. Now I can chamfer nice and clean here and here. So I learned how to do mirror, and these are my guidelines. I'm going to leave my guidelines alone. You could have actually done one part and mirrored it however you wish. So that's the process to do the fireplace. Now we would like to do some lettering, annotation. So I'm going to come in here and annotate. I would like to annotate for the window, and I would like to go relatively small. Right now my annotation is 1/4 inch. I want to see if it has half of that, which is 1/8 of an inch, or even 2/30, say 1/16 is even better. So it doesn't have it, so I'm going to create a type. Edit, duplicate. I want 1/16, right? So 1/16 of an inch is what I like to create. That's what I'm going to name it. All right. Then I'm going to come back here. Instead of 1/4, I want to go 1/16 of an inch. Now see, there we go, and say OK. Now I come on over here and just write down the type of window that I like to have. Okay. So So 1/16 of an inch. All right, so I'm going to letter, and I'm going to write 2 by 3 fixed window. So that's the type of window that I have. When I pick it up, it's 1/16. Let's just double check. If I go click, it's 1/16 is the type, the text line, right? So we're in great shape. I'm just going to take this one. When you pick it up, when you pick the line, you'll see how it actually has the rotation. You can rotate it, or you can actually say, I want to rotate it 90 degrees, 90 degrees. So from here to here, you would like to go 90 degrees. There we go. Here it is. All right. So move that to wherever you like to go, from there to there. And I say it's a little bit too big, so I want to change it again to something a little bit smaller. So maybe 2/32. 2/32. I'm sorry, 3/32, or no, 1/32 is a good one. All right, so I'm going to change this one, edit, 1/32, right? So I'm going to, see, cancel. All right, cancel. All right, yes. All right, pick this one, edit, duplicate, 1/32, 1/32, say OK. And we're going to change it to 1/32, 1/32, say OK. Now, this is a size that I like. You can either go 1/32 or 1/16, whichever you like. I think what we had before was 1/16, so I can go to 1/16 or 1/32 and move it just a little bit. There you go. So this is it. So I can go a little bit in between if I want, between the two. So it could be like 364 if I like. But I'm going to leave this alone right now. Then I'm going to copy that and come on over here. Alrighty. Move it a little bit over. Move it just a dab. Move from here to here. There we go. Now I'm going to just change it. 3 by 3 detail. And it's a sliding one. SL, capital S, Nazi, SL. There we go. So that gives me my window type. So I have that. Now I would like to actually work off of your the scud. So I want to actually delineate text with an arrow. So I like to come right off of here, go this way, and type in. It was 6 inches by 4 inches, so I go 4 by 6. Typical TYP dot. And I'm happy. Alrighty. So I'm happy with that. There it is. That's my 4 by 6 typical stud. That's my notion here. So now I took the liberty of doing the section cut line. I did it by hand and I filled this area. So you can actually put section A again here. Excuse me. Text. Section A. And move it just a little bit. Move it. There we go. Move it a little bit up higher so it doesn't block the line. Okay? And then you could do section 1-1 because it's in page 1. Now I want to fillet this, complete this thing. So how can I do that? If I go to annotate, there's a thing called region. Okay? And you could choose the type of region. It's got diagonal right now, but I can choose whatever I want. I want to do solid, okay? So I can just come on down here and see if I have solid. Solid black is good. And draw a line around an enclosed area. So I'm going to draw a rectangle like this. And I'm going to check mark it. What it does, it paints it nice and black. I did the same way over here. I drew an outline like this. And I hatched that, so by way of creating region. So we're doing the cross section here. We've done this. I just want to erase my lines for a second, or actually hide my lines, I should say. Hide category. Here it is. Everything is nice and cleanly laid out. I am ready to show off my work.